Hello and welcome to the Ceremonial Intuitive. This is just the first reading here on this channel, and we are going to get right into it and channel the messages that are for your highest and purest good, and that for all involved. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and we'll pull one more card from the tarot. Wow, you guys. Lots of Queen energy here today. And then we're going to pull from this beautiful little deck. Okay, that one wanted to definitely show up today. And then let's see what else we get here. Okay, there's two here. All right. Yeah. Okay, we got it together here. So I'm going to try and set these cards up so that you can see them all. Let's see. And then we're going to get right into it here. Okay. All right, let's move this guy out of the way a little bit. Our rose quartz. And then we can see them all. Okay, beautiful. All right, so I'm going to feel into this energy first, but what I'm getting is that there is a lot of feminine energy that's occurring within your field right now. You are working on your throat chakra and your heart chakra connection. So maybe there's been some disconnection. There's been maybe misalignment within your thoughts, your words, and your actions, and your heart. So it feels like there may have been like some heart incoherence lately, which means that your heart and your mind and your truth were just not all in the same space, okay? Maybe you have to do things or say things or live a certain way that your heart is not fully committed to, okay? So like you're not really fulfilling your passions yet. You don't have the career yet that you want, that you wish, that you desire, that you want to manifest, but you are getting there. So we can see it's like the Queen of Swords. She is like putting her sword up in the air, and she's really wanting to stay committed to getting clear and coherent with her throat chakra, with her truth, with the way she lives, with the way you desire to show up in this world. And so there's this Seven of Pentacles. It's almost like the deer is saying to you, you really don't have to try so hard. You really don't have to give so much to sit in this Queen of Pentacles energy, okay? We can see the peacock dress here, the peacock feathers on her dress, if you can see that. And peacock is an animal spirit for beauty, for bringing more beauty to your life, for bringing more beauty from your heart, so that you can sit in alignment with your soul. I see this purple energy, this purple color behind her. And so that tells me you may have this very mystical soul and very intuitive and psychic soul. And so it's almost as if you sitting back in that energy and really tuning into your intuition so that you can move yourself in this synchronistic way of becoming the truth that you seek, or the becoming of who you are already. And so you've gone through a lot of what looks like transitional time periods in your life, okay? And you're at this time period where it feels like you just need to ask a little bit more and clarify like what you are asking for, how or what you want to do more of in your life so that you can bring things to life, okay? It's almost as if like you have this fantasy about what you dream about, what you could be doing in your life. Maybe this is professionally, or maybe this is just something that you really want to do more of, like you enjoy it. So it's like an artistry. And it's all about what is it that you really want to come into alignment with? What is it that you really want to do with your life? If there were no restraints, if there was no constrictions, what would you want to do? How would you feel more free to be in this Queen of Pentacles energy? Like, yeah, it's really about opening up so that you can get to this North Star. You see this star that she's like pointing to, and she's kind of like connecting with. And this to me right here reminds me of like air, clouds. So maybe there is a little bit of clouded energy that's been clouding up or clogging your mind and your thoughts and your thinking. And so it's almost as if like they're saying like get your head out of the clouds, okay? And set your sights on the direction that you want to go in for your life. You have an opportunity to be this fish out of water, okay? But in a way that you set yourself up for success, not failure, okay? It is going to mean that you may be bringing something new to the collective. You may be bringing something new to your community. You may be the one that is rising and changing the tides, or the tides of the changing tides. And you may be this one that is here to bring this new formation of energy, of a modality, of something that will help humanity, that will help this new earth, new dawn, new evolution of the human. Okay. You really much could be a Lemurian soul, a Mu, returning to the natural essence of nature, of the world, and what it can bring through and forward for us. I'm seeing like I'm being drawn to the crystals here. So maybe you work with crystals, maybe you work with the crystalline energies. You may be bringing those to earth, to nature, or working with, communing with nature, bringing some type of new information. Yeah. And I'm just going to get a clarifying card here for us. Let's see. Okay, you're being helped. There's a lot of help. Okay, look at this. Accept heaven's help. You're being helped. Helpful person. And we just had a full moon, okay, in Sagittarius. And these cosmic energies have been like thrusting us forward, okay? They've been creating pivots for you to take a new direction, for you to try something different. So maybe this is you finding new ways, finding new people, finding a community of people. I am hearing like there's a wave that will happen. So if you've been maybe making or creating videos on YouTube and it just hasn't happened yet, if you haven't found your community or your tribe yet, it's going to happen. You are being helped. The signs and the steps are being given is what I'm hearing. And yeah, this card says someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. And this feels, again, very feminine, like you're going to be working with the feminine, females. Somebody is going to come around and they're just going to say, hey, I got you. Let me help you. And it's up to you to... Okay, so now I'm like getting like Leo energy. So like a little bit of like stubbornness, like a little bit of pride. And the ego has been in the way almost of this manifestation of you transitioning into the Queen of Pentacles, because there's been this energy of like maybe like a mother wound or a sister wound showing up. And maybe your mother or the parent that was in your childhood that helped you as a female mentor or you know, someone you looked up to as a female, they didn't really offer any help, support. You didn't feel emotional care or support. You didn't maybe feel like you could be, your words could be heard, your emotions could be felt and understood. You felt very misunderstood as a child. You felt like if you cried, there wasn't anybody to help you or support you or be there so that you could cry on their shoulders, or they could embrace you with a hug, or you know, with that intimate, motherly loving touch, compassionate touch. And so your guides right now are really saying to you, it's really about you speaking to yourself of worthiness, that you deserve love and compassion, that you deserve support, uh accessing and being open to support. Sometimes that means we have to push our ego out of the way, not in the literal sense of like dismissing it or bypassing or pushing it like away, but more so like inviting it to step aside, like in parts work, okay? Inviting into maybe a space where it can just relax and take like some solitude or a spa day. You know, sometimes we do that in parts work. It's like we ask if it's okay for that part of us that is protective, that has learned to protect itself because it got hurt, or there were just things that kept on happening that didn't allow it to relax or rest or soften. And so it is about like practicing or allowing that space for that part of you that is protective, that is stubborn, that is more about, oh, if I ask or if I accept this support or this help, then what could happen, right? For it to kind of find that space and time for it to relax, okay? And there's a lot of divine Mother Mary energy coming through right now. All of these colors are bringing Mother Mary energy. So you are being supported by the feminine qualities of your ancestry, your lineage right now as well, and those divine ascended masters. And so this is really a message for you, from your ascended masters and your ancestry, uh, specifically the maternal lines, that you are being helped. There is guidance for you, and it's really about noticing, becoming more aware of the part of you that is protective, and that only learned that through the estrangement, maybe of the non-emotional intelligence of your mother, or that person, that maternal person, that female person that was in your life, and allowing that part of you to soften and to take that much needed spa day for rest and relaxation, so that you can almost surrender and allow the body to soften into the support and the guidance and the help that's needed at this time, so that you can step into this Queen of Pentacles energy, so that you can step into this new dawn of your reality, so that you can bring forth the new energies, the new modalities, or just, you know, anything that lights up your heart and your soul. Okay, you're asking for more of your soul to be embodied in your present day reality. All right, this is the messages for you guys today. I hope that this resonated with you. If it did, leave me a comment, like or subscribe, and welcome to this new channel, you guys. Take care. Bye.